I know this must be hard for some of you to watch, but this is a very important message to get across. Tip number 1, always murder friendlies. In fact, I would go as far as to prioritise friendlies over other enemies or threats at any given moment, even if those enemies are shooting you in the face. Friendlies are having too much fun and it needs to stop. Sure, some might say that by not killing them immediately, or by even joining in, you may experience a unique and memorable moment, but try to avoid this temptation. Remember, this is a highly competitive game. There is no time for fun. This is especially the case when the entire server is involved, and there is a magical, wholesome community vibe starting to grow. Take action, crush them all. Effective teleplacement. Teleporters are game changing. Make sure that everyone you build is placed thoughtfully and efficiently. Here are some great examples. Here's one that goes slightly in the wrong direction. This blew my mind so much I went back to marvel at it again. This one cuts off easily 0.2 seconds of my rollout, excluding of course the 1 or 2 seconds of time you have to wait for the animation to take place. Plus, this has a bonus benefit of completely blocking off these stairs. These guys are locked down, ain't nobody getting up these. This one I thought was interesting because it took me slightly further away from the front lines to one of the other spawn doors. Nice. And this one, well, this is just beauty incarnated. But anyway, the general principle is teleporters are mainly just for show. So as long as they're sitting there looking busy, and preferably if used take slightly longer for you to get to the front lines than just by walking, then you're good to go. The MLG Jiggle. Or the ML Jiggle, as I like to call it. I don't. Make sure that at all times you are mashing the crap out of the WASD keys, like you are completely coked up. Do this in a way that is so fast that you end up not actually moving. By using this strategy, you will look like you know what you're doing, and it will also intimidate the enemy. And don't just wait until you're in battle, you should be doing this at all times, even in the spawn, to make sure you're hyped and ready to go. Don't be too put off by this guy's moves though, he's probably a professional. Number 4, always click. It's important to remember that you must keep clicking. Also, never stop clicking though. The mouse 1 button is your friend. It does pretty much all of the shooting, killing and bang bangs, so hold it down at all times. You may have heard the popular term of endearment, WM1 Pyro. Well, this praise wasn't easily earned. It took a lot of skill and M1 pressing. One strategy I find useful is to tape my finger to the mouse button to avoid any accidental unclicks. Now a lot of people ask me, Toofty, should I stop clicking? And I say no. Always do make has clicking. Number 5. TF2 Radio. What better place is there to start your own radio station than a TF2 server? Pop some lovely tunes on to make sure everyone is feeling good and can no longer hear any of the sound cues in the game. German techno is always a great choice. When you meet Petrenko, you ask him for Malaco. And can get people real pumped. But if you're not the music type, not to worry. Why not try starting a discussion show instead, with yourself?
Did you see the amount of kills I got there? I just joined the game and I got 3.
Just remember, as long as you never stop talking or never stop making a noise, you're good to go.
I got a fucking beautiful present from Santa Claus.
Number 6. Never move. In TF2, moving uses up valuable finger stamina, so avoid it at all costs. Find a nice location on the map and then put your keyboard to one side, as you won't be needing it anymore. This sniper has the right idea. He's firmly wedged into this fence and he's having a great time playing Duck Hunt TF2. Now in some games mobility is thought to be advantageous, fun or even encouraged, and camping can be frowned upon, but remember that's not the case in TF2, so find a spot, huddle down and enjoy the game. Number 7. Schneeky Shpees. Sneakiness. Very important when playing as spy. Make sure to be very subtle, especially when disguised as an enemy. If you see someone looking at you, just freeze and stare back at them. This will ensure that you're looking as inconspicuous as possible. A really good tip is to crouch when moving around the map when you're playing spy, because this renders you practically invisible, as demonstrated by this veteran here. If at any point you think the enemy has found you out, then don't panic. Try standing perfectly still in the corner until it's safe, and then at the last minute surprise them with a sick MLG 360 trick stab. Number 8. The Tele Camp. It's commonly known that the most noble and honourable way to kill someone in TF2 is to stand and wait by the enemy's teleporter exit and murder them in cold blood as they appear. This is both enjoyable for you, who gets to click that left mouse button every now and then and get a satisfying kill and a well-earned point on the scoreboard, but it's also enjoyable for the person on the other end of the killing who is instantly deleted from the game whilst minding their own business. So it's a win-win. Also, why not try mixing up your telecamping by using a sentry gun to take that enjoyment to the next level. You may have heard the old meme about how you shouldn't push the payload on the popular map called Hightower. Now this is actually just a joke and can be confusing, especially for new players, because of course you're meant to push the payload and of course you're meant to cap. It may look like people have joined a Hightower server to be silly and have some fun, but actually they're all trying to cap as hard as they can, and you will earn the respect and appreciation from the entire server if it's you who wins the game and gets the final cap. So pick Scout, head straight to the payload and go full tryhard mode to cap the objective and bring the game to an end as quickly as possible. Number 10. Only play Toofort. There are some rumours going around that there are other maps in TF2 beside Toofort, Turbine and Hightower. Now, there is some truth to these rumours, but it's best that these maps are never explored and that you stick to the comforts of the Toofort battlements, perhaps venturing onto Turbine and Hightower on special occasions. My advice would be to find something that you enjoy doing, such as playing sniper on the battlements or turtling as an engineer by the intel, and then continuing to do this for eternity. Now I have some special news for you now. I shouldn't really be showing you this, but I have some leaked images straight from Valve. This shows a new content update coming out very soon that I think is going to be a big deal, and it's going to make this tip a lot easier to achieve. But if you can't wait, then no worries, just download a custom HUD like I have, which removes all other maps from the game, so you can avoid accidentally clicking on any other map or game mode. A lot of people don't realise that TF2 is actually a walking simulator too. If you want to change from fighting it out on the front lines, then why not go for a nice stroll and enjoy the scenery? Get away from it all, spend some time with yourself, reflecting on life and what it is to be alive. Thank you for watching this video. It's been splendid to see the community making good use of tips from my previous videos. Classic techniques such as blaming your team, going battle medic, having plenty of excuses at the ready, making sure everyone's aware if you're auto-balanced, especially when losing, because people very much care about this, and carefully placed sentry guns. And you guys have really taken some of these ideas to the next level, such as this guy, who not only built his sentry gun in this very unusual corner to catch the enemy off guard, but also had the genius idea of putting a dispenser right in front of it for some extra defense. So please, as always, share your tips in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, go back and watch some of the previous episodes to make sure that you're in the know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.